Welcome to Tail Talk Grooming Chronicles with Hound Therapy, the podcast where we talk all things pet grooming, daycare, academy, and more. Hosted by Shannon and Tanya of Hound Therapy, serving pet owners across North Texas. We're here to share expert tips, hilarious pet stories, and the inside scoop on keeping your furry friends happy and healthy. Our motto, humanity over vanity. And don't worry, we don't bite. Let's get started. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Most dog owners think they know when it's too hot, but today we're breaking down the biggest mistakes owners make and how to keep your dog safe in extreme temperatures. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer, back in the studio with professional groomers at Hound Therapy, Shannon and Tanya. Hi, ladies. Great to be back with you today. How is it going?
It's great.
Great. Now, it really is great to see you both. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Today's question is it safe to walk your dog in this heat? And what do owners often get wrong? So I'll let you both take it from here.
And it's a great question. So don't look at the temperature.
Or don't just look at the temperature.
It's 85 degrees to you. You know, our bodies, again, we cool down much faster and easier than dogs. We're not walking on the hot concrete. There are, a lot of different mistakes that, we make because we push that humanization on our pets, and they are still pets. I mean, they might seem like our human children, but they're animals, and it's we do have to look out for them. We have to still advocate for them. A couple just really quick things, like I mentioned before, just don't just look at the water at the app and like it's only 85 degrees. You've got to look at the heat index, the humidity. You've got to look at all of the stuff. It's about 30 degrees hotter or so for a dog.
Concrete.
Yeah, and then you've got asphalt. So where are you walking? Are you walking, in a shaded grassy area? Do you have a park that's got, like a cool creek type of thing? Or, are you walking on, something that's just going to really reflect and radiate on just a regular basic concrete floor?
Could be a great opportunity for like a hiking trail.
Yeah, great opportunity for that. And your neighborhood matters more than you think. Again, like we just talked about, is it gravel? Is it asphalt? So you might want to drive somewhere, just to check it out. Sometimes changing the location is a little safer than changing the day. So, it's kind of a fun way to think about it. Like, it's a little adventure. The only, we're just going around the block. Well, a lot of things can happen around the block. It's the problem is all in your pet. They can get excited, which is going to start more. If they're pulling and tugging, if another dog is walking by, you stop and talk to your neighbor, you look up and you're just around the block we've been out for over an hour. So, you've got to kind of walk that. Dogs don't often tell you that they're too hot. So
mine doesn't.
That tongue, watch the tongue. Mine's the tongue thermometer. That's what my dog she's a panter and a drooler, but when she's really hot, her tongue will like touch. It's just like
it'll drag the floor. Mine will do the same thing.
And I'm like, where did all that? It just like stretches out. It's like gum.
It's like, I didn't know your tongue was that long.
So, that's my dog's indicator for me when, she's not telling me she's still panting, she's still hot, she's warm to the touch. But when that tongue gets like obsessively long compared to what it normally looks like for her, I'm like, ooh, we need to cool down. Have some water with you too.
For my dog, it's when he lays down because he never stops moving. And if he lays down, he's hot.
Yeah, Attila, her dog's name is Attila. He's definitely a go kind of
all the time.
So we don't want them to be overwhelmed before the walk even starts, and we don't want to walk them, right in the middle of the day. Hottest part of the day here in Texas is, believe it or not, it's mid-afternoon, mid to late afternoon. So first thing in the morning or when the sun goes down are some good times to walk. But, anytime between 3 and, 6 o'clock usually are the worst
Yeah.
times to walk. Um, Watch your dog, not the clock. If your dog is telling you, like, again, it may only be 10 minutes, but if your dog is acting like it's excessively hot or doing something weird or, just not acting right, then, just go back, maybe
Yeah.
walk a different day, or pick a different time. Um, let's let's talk about some things that you can do with your dog outside because your
My
dog
favorite.
does need exercise. I'll let Tanya take this because she
Um,
spent a lot of time explaining this to me today. So,
yeah. If it's too hot to simply go on a walk and, walk on hot concrete. I don't wanna be out there either. It's hot. So, like, you could do a sprinkler party in the backyard. Just hook up the sprinkler. Everybody play in the sprinkler. It's a good way to cool everybody down. Kids, dogs, you,
play
everybody.
rough house. You can
Yeah.
toss the toy around. Um, Slices, some snacks you can make, some homemade snacks, like a pumpkin puree. You can freeze it. My dog loves ice cubes, so we play
Yep.
the ice cube catch. That kind of is fun for her. Seedless watermelon. My dog is really big about snacks. We
Yeah.
have
So is
Vishlas,
mine.
so yeah, Vishlas is they're real big about the snack venture part of.
I usually get the popsicle molds and do, like, a peanut butter, blueberry, chicken broth kind of a mixture and give it to him when it's hot, and he loves it.
The kiddie pools, those little
Yeah.
hard plastic pools that you have, you can fill those up. One thing you don't want to do is have stagnant water laying around because they will get into that. So it's a really light. I've seen people get the big troughs and the pools. Those heat up pretty well. It's not going to help them cool down if you've got a hot tub situation working in your backyard. Plus, you don't want to entice more mosquitoes and bugs around. So make sure that you have something that you can interchange that water out with pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, if you're just going to throw the hose in there right away, if your hose is sitting in the sun, let some of that water run out so they can have the cool water versus the
Yeah.
warm water. Um, but a few inches of water can definitely make a big difference. Another thing I do with my dog is I use the chamois, like the car chamois. They do
Oh,
make these
yeah.
specifically for dogs, but I can buy them at Walmart and they're easy for me. They don't carry a lot of bacteria. They're easy to clean. I will just loop it in some cold water, stick it in the refrigerator, and if I know we're going to go out for a long walk, I just kind of wrap that around your neck and I tie it
Yep.
on like a bandana, and it kind of keeps that cool in.
Yeah.
So, do you have any inquisitive questions for us to answer? I could go on all day on some fun facts of outdoor water sports with the dogs.
Yes, well, one question for you both is, can grooming choices impact how well a dog handles high temperatures?
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. And I know we've mentioned this multiple times, but a matted dog cannot regulate himself or herself uh, to basically
Yeah.
keep their core temperature what they need it to be. So if you've got matting or compaction, you need to either be brushing your dog daily at home to pull the dead hair and remove all of that undercoat out. Shaving your dog will help. Know that if you just shave your dog and knowing what blade it's shaved in, if you're doing home shaving and you get that 10 or that 30 that's in there, your dog can get sunburned. But it also can't really, regulate what it's doing. So you don't want to be in direct heat pretty much anywhere around. As far as grooming goes, um, if your dog has got an excessive amount of hair that's not taken care of, if your dog limps or is a slow walker, if your dog is older with medical conditions, heat is not for it. If you have the flat faced, dogs, there is almost no situation where your dog should be out walking, even down the street. That's short outdoor breaks, that's night breaks, early morning breaks.
Yeah.
But you do not, those dogs will overheat quickly and fast. So, um, grooming, no amount of grooming is going to help that
That
particular,
situation.
yeah. But coats themselves, Cocker Spaniels, dogs that are shaved, on the top, underneath, as we mentioned, we do tunneling, but you definitely need to provide that dog with its proper um, coat maintenance on a regular
Yeah.
basis before you can just, take them out into the heat and expect their bodies to do what they've,
Would normally do.
in a 75 or lower, air conditioned house. So it makes a big difference.
Well, thank you both. That was incredibly helpful. We appreciate your insights, and we will see everyone back here next time.
That's a wrap for this episode of Tail Talk with Hound Therapy. Ready to book your pet's next groom, daycare stay, or grooming academy tour? Call us at 469-367-0009. That's 469-367-0009 to schedule an appointment. Or visit us online at www.houndtherapy.com. Serving North Texas with expert pet care. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.